Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Prophet said, "May curse be on men who try to look like women, and curse be on women that try to look like men." In this hadith, what does the Holy Prophet want us to do, and what does he want us to avoid doing?
He wants men to look like men and women to look like women. He wants men, Muslim men, to look like Muslim men, not to look like other beliefs men. And women to look like Muslim women, not to look like women who belong to other beliefs. Yes, it's a very heavy hadith. Women don't have facial hair. Men have facial hair. Some women they may have. For that reason, it may be a wajib for them to clean it up for their husbands. Don't say now, no, Allah give me this, I have to look natural. No, natural is something else. Men who shave their faces, they're not different then from the women. And now, like what we were saying earlier, not only men they are doing it, Muslim men they're doing it, Muslim imams they're doing it, and they're being arrogant and stubborn about it, and they say, no, this is not important. This is an open hadith. And he's going to curse those ones who look like women. Like what we said before. The beard and the mustaches is a hijab for the men. It's going to make the men to understand so many things. It's going to make the man to stop from doing so many evil things. The women, now let's enter into the woman's part. Because now we see a trend that's been going around for so many years. Muslim women. Muslim women, they're saying we want to wear hijab, we want to dress modestly. They wear hijab, but they don't dress modestly. They cover their hair, but they wear the tightest clothes to show everything there. Tightest pants, tights. I've seen before Muslim women wearing tights, but wear hijab on top. Is this the meaning? This is wrong, shaitanic, egoistic meaning. Did we ever do it in 1400 years? No. It's only the past 100 years we've been doing it. We've been changing. This is the same kind of logic that they say, well, Allah says to cover. He didn't say how to cover. He didn't say how. Of course, if you're not looking at what your grandfather did, what your great-great-grandfather did, what the Prophet's wives and the Sahabi women did, if you're not looking at that only according to your own egoistical and your own shaitanic ideas, then you're going to come up with that because it fits to the ego. Because the whole idea of hijab, of tasatur, of covering, is to be modest, is not to show the shape, is not to concentrate on the shape of the men or the women. It is to have modesty, and it is to cover. So that, Shaykh Efendi is saying in one sohbat, when the woman goes out from behind, you don't know whether that one is a 17-year-old or a 70-year-old woman. Because they are covered. Especially in the public. If the woman has to come out to the public, then they're going to wear, what do you call that in Turkish? Çarşaf? Çarşaf. They're wearing çarşaf. They wear burqa kind. They wear clothes that completely cover them. That you see the ancient traditional Christians they did, and the traditional Jews they're also doing. People of the Ahlul Kitab especially, they understood this. How to cover themselves, the women especially. How to protect themselves, and how not to be a victim of the ego and the nafs, their own nafs and men's nafs. Because what the West is teaching us is that we have to dress according to the nafs and the desires of the men. How they look at us physically is the most important thing. That's why I have a friend who said, you know, these modern women, no matter how smart they are, no matter how powerful they are, no matter how intelligent they are, If you go up to them, these modern women who dress modern clothes, you go up to them and you say, what happened? You look fat today. Finish. All that education, all that power, all that knowledge is finished. You're completely crushed. If you say to them, you look old. Oh! They're going to kill themselves now. That means now, the most important thing that's making the man, the women, to be obsessed about is their looks, and Allah is not liking that. His Prophet is not liking that. We should not be concentrating on that. Covering up, it is to show modesty. Now, for the women, they have to cover. In these days, they're covering, but they're wearing tight, sexy clothes. That is not tasattur. That is not modesty. That is beyond modesty. And it is even worse. You're playing up according to the stereotype that for 100 years, Hollywood is putting, and finally they put out, we are doing now, isn't it? What is the stereotype of the Muslim woman? She has a veil, and she's kind of naked behind it, dancing behind the veil, covering her face, isn't it? Without knowing it, Muslim women, they are falling trapped to this. They're becoming a stereotype. All they have to do is to look back. What did their mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers used to look? That is how it has always been. Now, we're speaking about the women, the men. Oh, you think men, they don't have that too? There's no modesty in the men? That's why we're saying earlier, Imams, they're not believing in this. How you expect the Jamaat to understand or to practice it? Imams saying, I can wear. There's some Imams, they're wearing leather jackets and leading prayers, wearing tight jeans. Hey, you are Imam. Isn't that your job? You cannot at least change a little bit? Why are you being so stubborn? Why are you being so foolish? Men, you have to wear baggy clothes. You cannot wear tight clothes. Clothes that's not going to show too. It is important. Now we're wearing this shalwar, we're wearing the haidariya, we're wearing the shirts. That is baggy. That is something that for 1400 years we've been wearing. That only past 100 years we've lost our direction, but the way they're speaking, when they question us, when they grill us about why we're carrying a sunnat, it's as if they've been wearing pants, pantaloon and suits for 1000 years. And we just come up with an idea. You understand now how Islam, Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, began strange and it will end strange. Who are the strangers? The strangers, according to these Muslims, they are not those Muslims who wear suit and tie. They are normal. They are not strangers. They are our friends. They are our buddies. The strangers are people who dress like me and Shaykh Efendi and our murids. These are the strange ones. These are the strangers. And we come into a masjid, they're going to look us up and down and say, brother, you Muslim? We show them the picture of their grandfather and great-grandfather and says, yeah, like your great-grandfather is Muslim, not like you Muslim. They forget. Why they forget? Because it fits to their ego. It fits to Shaitan's agenda. It fits to their desires. They want to look like this. Especially now, Muslims, they're changing it. Also because of the fear. They don't want to look like Muslims. Because they say, oh, people hate Muslims, they hate terrorists, so we don't want to look like Muslims. Subhanallah. We have another word for that too. It's called being a munafiq. They don't even give salams to each other in public. They are afraid their American friends are going to hear and say, oh, you're a Muslim? You think Allah is going to be pleased with that? Allah, Allah. So yes, this is being modest. The way that men should be. Now, different Islamic nations, they may have their different traditions. Different Islamic nations, they have their different traditions of wearing. For example, in Arabistan, they're wearing thawb. Okay. In certain parts of Central Asia, they may wear shalwar. In the Balkans, they wear shalwar. In India, they wear shalwar kameez. In China, they wear something else. In Indonesia, they wear something else. In Africa, they wear something else. But all have a basic common idea that, number one, their tradition, it is not taken directly from the Jahiliyyah days. It is modified. It is changed. to fit into Islam. You want to wear suit and tie? We're saying, okay, you can wear it. I'm giving you permission to wear it. Astaghfirullah. May Allah forgive us. May Allah protect us. So many of us, we are speaking like this, not from inexperience. We're speaking from experience. We're speaking from the times where, before knowing Shaykh Efendi and understanding what spiritual fashion is, what, not fashion, fashion means it comes and it goes. The dress code, the identity, according to clothes for a believer was, before that we were like this and like that too. And I swear to you, the reason why we were doing that is 100% to please other people, not to please Allah. Never you're going to put on a pair of jeans or a suit and tie, look in the mirror and say, Ya Rabbi, I know you are happy with me. I'm dressing it up for you. Never. Either you're worshipping yourself or you let other people to praise you. And if somebody says, wow, you look nice in that shirt. Oh, made our day. Really? Yeah. No, it's nothing, you're going to say. I just pulled this out from the closet. Yeah, it makes you shine. We left all of that. And it's a burden that's lifted us from that. Who knows how many thousands of dollars we spent on clothes? Thousands and thousands of dollars. You work so hard to wear thousands of dollars. For what? For one lame compliment that a stranger that we don't even give a about to say to us, wow, that's a nice pair of pants. You understand? All that for nothing to say. But now we are wearing this, knowing that Allah and His Prophet and the awliya Allah, they are happy with us. We are very happy. And we are pleased. We're more relaxed. And there is more modesty. Wearing these clothes, it has modesty. Now, inshallah Rahman, these are important things. Not to go out to show so much. I see so much also in Facebook. All these women especially, they're covering up, they're wearing hijab, but posing like this, posing, taking picture with their friends. Oh, I'm a cutesy, putting like this, and wearing turbans, wearing the turban, the hijab with long thing, wearing tight and posing. Like, oh, what are you doing that for? Huh? You're just wearing hijab so that you become modest. You're not wearing hijab so that you're going to show everyone. Don't you understand what mahram is? Astaghfirullah. Okay. We're living in modern world, Hoja Efendi. Okay, we're living in modern world, but we don't have to do everything that they're doing. You don't have to. So, inshallah Rahman, maybe not much is going to change, let me tell you that much. Until Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam, until Sahibul Saif returns and puts our head back into our shoulders. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay. Give the tea to people. Let them to drink something.